Hi everybody, we're back with another week of flowers. This week we have 3 weddings that I'm going to be doing, and we have a lot of flowers coming. It's Wednesday, flowers are coming tonight, and flowers are coming tomorrow on Thursday. And yeah, we are doing bridal parties for people. We're doing big pillars, or not big pillars, but a pillar, which I'm really excited about. We have some really fun blooms coming that I'm excited to work with and share with you all. And it's going to be a very busy weekend, but a very good weekend. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we are done processing for tonight. Tomorrow we're getting another delivery of flowers. That's probably about the same amount of flowers. We're going to be foraging from the forest, getting flowers from the garden, getting some flowers from local farmers, and building bouquets. So we'll see you tomorrow, and I'm going to go to bed. Alright, it is the next day. It's Thursday morning, I guess almost afternoon. This morning I picked up some flowers from Daisy's Flower Farm. Christina there supplemented the dahlias that we don't have in the garden yet. And then my best friend picked up some cosmos and zinnias on our way here from Lovey Bunches. Both ladies are amazing, and I'm very grateful for farms that have what we don't have yet. So got those, picked up some snaps from Jenny yesterday at Lanceville Flowers. And yeah, I'm gonna start doing recipes and organizing buckets a little bit. I still have to pick some daisies for the one of the weddings, and we're going to do some foraging this afternoon once my parents get here, and build bouquets a little bit later. But yeah, I got this whiteboard from Amazon. I'm going to be writing flower roses on it. I'm just gonna unbox it. The last one we got was a little bit damaged, so hopefully this one is not. There we go. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna go put it on my studio so I can write on it. So, I'm gonna write down my menus. My recipes. And this is so great. Why is this sticky? Got our recipes on the blackboard. I'm gonna prop this up and get to building. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 5, 6. Something unique that's happening for Anna's wedding. We're doing little posies for her bridesmaids, and then they're gonna be picking up flowers as they walk down the aisle. So I've made this bucket of the mixed blooms just so you put into their bouquets, and then they can kind of just build onto it. Yeah, so just gonna label that. So she knows what it's for. Okay, so organized Anna's and organized Bree's now. Yeah. Okay, Delphinium. Okay, so we have to forage some greenery. This is smoke bush. The bride is going to be building her own pillars, so we're just supplying the greenery for it. So I'm going to cut a couple buckets of this. And yeah, Okay, we got buckets from the farm. We're gonna top them up with some of these daisies that we have in our garden and pop them in the cooler. And then that'll be it for bulk flowers. Thank the Lord. Baby's down. Gonna start on Anna's wedding. Gonna do bridal bouquets first and then her bouquet. The bridal bouquet, or the bridesmaids bouquets, they're walking down the aisles and filling them up, so they're gonna be quite small. So I'm gonna start building. I have them all organized from this morning and then it's good to go. Moving on to the bride. Got my handy nest. We have chocolate cosmos, chamomile, or feverfew, some peach zinnias from Lovey Bunches Farm, some cosmos from Lovey Bunches, some different colored dahlias, blush mix and peach from Daisy's Flower Farm, some toffee roses, orange ranunculus, some Lysianthus. Okay, it's time to go. All right, there she is. Moving on to wedding number 2, I'm gonna try and do at least one bridesmaid bouquet before Bjorn wakes up and do the rest later. Okay. Very different palette, more color, which we love. Flower order number 2 came. We've got orchids over there. I probably should have just assumed like that, but garage is a bit of a mess, but we're gonna process these in a little bit. This box I think is Anthurium, so I'm gonna process them now because they need to hydrate. The heads need to hydrate before we can put them in the water, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, these are the cymbids. My goodness. Look at those. Holy moly. I am going to be doing the bride bouquet next for wedding number 2. Flower order came in. We can process those in a little bit. Got boutonnieres to do too. I also just probably need a bigger cooler eventually because she be pretty full. Okay, I guess I should go through what I have. So, got stock in this one, lavender scabiosa, ranunculus, 2 different types of snapdragons, a mix of dahlias, delphinium, chocolate cosmo, sweet peas as well. I had some, and zinnias. And I think I had some collarettes I wanted to use in this one too. I also got these collarettes, dahlias that I'm gonna pop in as well. Okay. There she is. I will take a better video tomorrow because it's a little dark out, but she pretty. Love the color. We love color. Now I just have boutonnieres to do, and then we're processing flowers, and then we're done for tonight. Although there's not really much to process because a lot of it's just going in a pillar, so I'm not gonna worry about leaves until later. I am so tired. 2 more days. Whoa! Okay, so I'm gonna be doing boutonnieres for the second wedding. The first wedding doesn't have any. And yeah, if you want to learn how to do them, I made a video about how to build corsages and boutonnieres, so you can check it out if you would like to learn. I'm gonna start by wiring my ranunculus, which if you've watched videos in the past, I show, but you basically just poke it through the head of the ranunculus. You can do this with any bigger flower in boutonnieres especially, just to make sure that they don't break while the groom or groomsmen are wearing them. So I did have that happen at one of the very first weddings that I did. I did not know that that could happen, or I didn't think about it. And the groom's pin, or the groom's dahlia or whatever flower I used, broke, and I had to, thankfully it was a friend and I was at the wedding, and I can't remember what I did to fix it, but let's touch that one. Yeah, it can happen, and it does happen. And when the grooms were about to walk down the aisle and their boutonniere is snapped, it is not ideal because most of the time you're not there to fix it. So, not really any of the time because I hardly ever stay. Okay. Let's poke it through, put it through, oops. And we'll do the dahlia as well. Any flower that has like a hollow stem can. Wow! Now you can see me! We got the groom's boutonniere done. Here it is. Order is unpacked and processed thanks to the dream team. That is all greenery for Anna's wedding. We've got hydrangeas and helleborus chilling in the fridge. Some dahlias came as well. All the bridesmaids are built for 2 of the weddings, and then we're gonna do the 3rd wedding tomorrow. And we get to use this bad boy. Oh yeah. Look at these cymbids. They're mega. And the orchids. I'm gonna have a bowl of ice cream and then go to bed. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Friday morning. It's a rainy day, which I'm actually okay with because it means the garage is gonna be cooler for flowers to be out of the fridge. I'm gonna be packaging the 2 wedding party bouquets right now, and then we're gonna forge some greenery and get started on the other wedding. It's gonna be a really busy day. I got a lot of work to do. This next wedding, we're doing a half pillar and 2 ground arrangements, a bridal party. Mike and I have to drive to Port Alberni to build the pillar. I just think transporting it with the blooms on it might just be temperamental, so we're gonna do that. this evening, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna head out first thing because the ceremony's at 10:30, so we have to be done by 9:30. It's just a little bit earlier. And being a mom who's still nursing and has a baby who is a little bit dependent on her for his schedule, we just have a little bit more maneuvering to do, which is fine. It does stress me out a lot, but he's gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, we're all gonna be fine. We've got this like brown and beige for Anna's, and peach, and it's like maroony Cabernet, wine red. Okay, I have these over here. Mom and Dad collected a bunch of this kind of greenery for the arch. I'm going to collect a little bit for the bridal bouquet. Stuff's pretty thorny, but it's kind of giving those whimsical vibes that we were looking for. So okay, I think we had more by the gate, so I'm going to go grab that too. There we go. Woohoo. I'm gonna do the groom's bouquet. The groom's boutonniere. I'm gonna do the groom's boutonniere.
Right, you know.
And then I'm gonna move on to the ground pieces and do the other boutonnieres later. My dad's fixing up the stand that we're gonna use for the ceremony pieces. And Mike and I are gonna drive down to Port this afternoon to do them. Okay, for this one I have this amaranth, hellebores, and blue thistles, eryngium. And I think I'm gonna use the mirror because it's gonna be kind of draping down, and I wanted to make sure it looks good on the groom. There we go. Here we do the ground arrangements for a bit of time, and then we're gonna get going and do the pillar, which has some foam on it currently at the venue site, so we don't have to transport it with flowers because it's quite heavy and I don't want the flowers to look like garbage when we get there. Okay, so got the two. We have this, but we're gonna do it at the venue. And yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. All right. Okay, so it's Friday night. We're gonna do the one pillar. We're at the venue currently in this nice cool garage, which I'm very thankful for. Gonna do this, and then we're gonna come back first thing tomorrow morning to move it down to the lake and set up the other two pieces that I did earlier today. And it's gonna be good. I think for this I'm trying to color block a little bit. And I'm starting with the hydrangeas because they do add a bulk to the piece, and then I'm able to go in with the finer details, which works really well. I'm kind of trying to create like a flow up using that. Color blocking is putting the colors together that are the same color or similar tones. So starting with pinks and whites and moving up. Probably add the pinks and whites into the other pinks and whites and the greens to the greens, and then it just kind of creates like a movement throughout the piece. So we have this stand that was built by one of our good friends who is a welder. And then we have on top of it a 2x4 with a bunch of moss, and then we put foam because it's going to require a bit of hydration with the hydrangeas than just foam. I'm also building it the day before for time wise, and because of that it needs hydration. So that's what we've done. We've strapped a bunch of blocks onto the pillar, and then the back will be exposed, but then the front will just be full of flowers. I had to take off some of the cymbidiums, which is this beautiful orchid here, because there are a little bit too many flowers close to the base. They are $42 a stem, so I want to optimize what we can with them. So I'm going to wire them and stick them in so they pop out a little bit without being on the stem. But I have some in the cooler that I took off. We'll bring those back with us, and we'll do that tonight and put them on tomorrow. So we finished the pillar. Tomorrow I'm going to add moss to the bottom just to cover up the plate and make any tweaks that we need to. Hopefully hydrangeas and everything are hydrated and good. Yeah, we're going to come back tomorrow and move it down to the lake, but for now it's good. Here she is. And then we have the 2 ground pieces that are going beside it as well that we'll bring tomorrow morning. All right, good morning everybody. We are on our way back to the venue to set up the ceremony pieces and deliver the bride's bouquet and the corsages and boutonnieres. I made the boutonnieres for the dads and the mom and the corsages for the moms last night. I didn't film it because I was tired and it was midnight, but today's a new day and we're excited to get back to the venue and set everything up. All right, well that's it. We finished everything. Wedding weekend's over, thank goodness, and gonna have some rest and then prep for the big wedding that we have next weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.